Live from 42nd Street in New York City, you're watching PIX Morning News.
Going from saving green, we're going to talk about being green. We've got our Tiffany McElroy. She is in PIX Plaza, and I love this idea. I can't wait to do it myself. Tiff, take it away.
And that's great. You can create your own organic vegetable garden, just like First Lady Michelle Obama. Now, recently, the First Lady broke ground on the South Lawn of the White House. Her incentive is to encourage Americans to eat healthier. So today, we're going to take a cue from the First Lady and show you how to get started on a vegetable garden of your own. We have Chris Cipriano. You are of New Jersey's Cipriano Landscape. You are here to show us how to do our own garden. Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
You set everything up so beautiful here. It doesn't even look like PIX Plaza.
Does 42nd Street ever look so good?
It didn't look so good, but you can always hear 42nd Street, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, can anyone have a green thumb? Because I feel like I can't. I don't.
Anyone can have a green thumb. If I can convert my wife, who has the blackest thumb of all, we can get anybody to garden.
Okay, so how do we get started? You know, what are the first things that we can consider? I see we have our soil here. Tell me.
First thing we want to do is we want to have a nice, rich, organic soil. And the way we look for that is we want to look for a nice, deep, dark color.
Okay, and is this the only soil you want, or are you going to add it, like in your backyard, or are you just going to add this to what you already have there, the dirt you have there?
You can pick up some bag soil and add it if you're low in rich color.
And the rich color, why is that important?
We want to make sure the nutrients are there for the plants to grow.
Okay, so next I have a list of questions here. Once we have our soil here, what do we do next?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to amend our soil. We have a little organic fertilizer. So we spread the organic fertilizer into the soil, and then we start furrowing it in.
Okay, so we need our hose.
We need our little tools.
Okay,
right?
So what do I do?
Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to create a furrow. And how we do that is we create like a row of soil that's mounded up in the center. So we're going to mound up the soil
in
the center.
Mound it up. Okay, and what does this do, these furrows?
This provides adequate drainage for the plants so they don't get so wet.
Alrighty, and what are we going to plant? Tell everyone what we're going to plant out here today.
You're doing cucumber seeds, and I'm doing tomato plants.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
That's it? We're good?
Yeah, let me just help you out.
See, I needed help. I told you.
Okay, so now that we have our furrow, we're ready to start seeding. And what we're going to do is we're going to sow our seeds. So we're going to put a spacing about 2 feet apart. So what I'd like you to do is I'll do it for you. How's that?
Is this where the green thumb thing came up?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now you have your hole. And you're going to want to put like 3 to 5 seeds in there.
Okay, so I can take my seeds and put them in here. And how deep do you want these little holes?
This is going to be about a ½ inch.
And does it make a difference? Does it really?
It does.
Okay.
The larger the seed, the deeper you can go. So a smaller seed, you're going to want to keep it a ¼ inch to a ½ inch.
And how many seeds do I want to put in here? 3 to 5.
Right.
Okay. And do you want these? You do your tomatoes. Do we want do you want sunlight or no sunlight? How does that? How does that work?
Garden, you want to get as much sunlight as possible. So you want to have a nice southern exposure.
Okay. So you want to do that. So we're putting these in. Do I cover this up now, or do I leave it as it is?
Just a little bit, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to pat it down a little bit so it's nice and firm.
Okay, so we pat that down.
And now we're ready for some water. So you have a watering can next to you.
Okay, water. And how much water would you put in?
We just want to give it a nice soaking water.
Okay.
All right.
So you want it to be kind of soaked?
Soaked.
I always feel like I put way too much water. That's good? Okay, see?
And then what we want to do is about every other day, we just want to make sure it's moist.
Okay, so you just come check it and...
Come check it, make it moist.
Okay. And next, what do we do after this?
Okay, after this, what we're going to do is we're going to put some marigolds around.
Okay, and tell us, this is so interesting what the marigolds do.
Well, when you're in a suburban garden, you have to worry about the rabbits. So we like to put the marigolds around because the marigolds help keep the rabbits out. So we would put them around the perimeter.
I didn't do my... just around the perimeter of it. Okay. And that keeps the rabbits out?
Yeah, they don't like the scent of the marigolds.
Okay, and then another thing, ladybugs, which I also find this is really interesting. You go and buy ladybugs for your garden. Tell me why.
Right. We use ladybugs. They like to eat the aphids. So what we do is you can get these at any local hardware store. And in the evening, what you'll do is you'll wet down your plants, and then you let the ladybugs out, and then they'll come around and they'll go into the plants, and then they'll start eating the aphids.
So that's why you don't have to use like insecticides and stuff, because these guys take care of it, right?
Right, you use the ladybugs. The other thing you can do is you can use soapy water. So with the plants, you just spray the soapy water on, and you do it about every other day, and the soapy water will do the same thing. It will help kill the aphids.
Nice, keeping it organic. Okay, let's move down, because I live in the city, so and you're telling me I have a green thumb, I can have one if your wife can do it. In the city, how do we do this in our small little apartments? What do we do?
All we need is, once again, some sunlight, and have a nice place planter, and then we can put the tomatoes in, and as long as you have some southern exposure, you can come in. And then to maintain these, what you want to do is you want to come in and then just pinch back every third branch, and then this way you'll keep the plant nice and healthy and full, and it'll help support the vegetables as they grow.
And what, in such a small space, what would you grow?
I would do tomatoes. Tomatoes are great. You know, everybody loves tomatoes, so they're easy to grow. Put some stakes up, and then you'll have tomatoes for the summer.
Okay, and nutrients?
Once again, in organic fertilizer. We use North Country Organics, which you can find online. You can find it on our website at plantnj.com.
Awesome. So we can do this outside and inside. Awesome. Chris, thank you so much for coming in. And for more information and gardening tips from Chris and Cipriano Landscape Design, just log on to WPIX.com/morning news. Now we're going to send it back up to Sukanya.
It's so beautiful out there. Thank you, Cipriano Landscape and Design. I can't believe what they turned Pix Plaza into this like magical wonderland. It makes you really want to get your hands dirty and go gardening. Thanks so much, Tiff. Lots of information there.